全职高手, or The King's Avatar, is the first Chinese anime or cartoon that I've seen in a very long time. I've just been bugged by my friend to watch this series for ages, so I thought I'd give it a go. The King's Avatar was aired 2 seasons ago in spring 2017. This is an adaptation of a web novel finished by Butterfly Blue back in 2014. It's produced by GC May Animations and sponsored by Macca's. This is about a veteran pro who was forced out of the championship team of the game Glory and into retirement since he no longer has any commercial value. Glory is an MMO game. It consists of a MOBA and MMORPG component. In this game, the veteran pro Ye Xiu has the nicknames Battle God and Glory Textbook for his knowledge and skills established over 10 years since the start of Glory. So with his retirement, his in-game character is now left in the hands of a prick. So basically this story starts by having him building a new in-game character from scratch. Now to the plot. As I mentioned earlier, the general gist of 全职高手 or The King's Avatar is about a pro gamer fighting his way back to the top. While there is an esports component, it's not highlighted particularly in this season of the anime. At this point in time, the anime belongs more to an action genre more than an esports genre, but there should be more esports components starting next season. As a whole, The King's Avatar flows pretty well. While there were some moments where it could have been better described for us to get a clearer understanding, such as the moment when he conveniently goes to this warehouse to find this unique handmade weapon. The King's Avatar is action-packed with a load of events. So there's so many things that happen in one episode. If you just take the first episode for example, we see Ye Xiu falling out of favour and forced into retirement. We see him taking the initial steps to level up his character and grinding some basic quests. We see a glimpse of his history, his potential love interests. Technically he's his childhood friend, but he can't double as his love interest. And later in the episode we also see some of his skills. This pattern basically continues down the 12 episodes, so not only do you see a load of things going on, there's also a load of new characters. While I was watching The King's Avatar, I've seen a lot of people comparing this to SAO. While I can see where they're coming from, SAO and The King's Avatar are two completely different anime. For starters, unlike the setting in SAO, The King's Avatar has both a real life and a virtual life component. Yes, SAO did have some real life components, but I would say that The King's Avatar spreads out the virtual component and the real life component a bit more evenly than SAO. And a very important thing, unlike the setting in the first arc of the SAO, you don't die in real life even if you die in game. Another difference between the two is the character setting. Kirito is only a teenager, but he's overpowered as hell. And he clearly has a harem build up even though he's only interested in Asuna. The King's Avatar, on the other hand, is about this 25-year-old guy whose overpoweredness is justified through his 10 years of gaming experience and knowledge, built from when the game was released. And another main thing about Ye Xiu's overpoweredness is that it's not a bug in the game where he miraculously and single-handedly kills whatever bosses that come his way. There's no plot armor involved in Ye Xiu's fights, and you don't see him winning just for plot convenience. Now focusing on the art, the Chinese production company used a range of CGI effects in combination with normal anime art styles. At times, the transition between different art styles could be rough, but we kind of see it slowly improving over time. Most of the characters are drawn pretty well, but sometimes they can appear a bit stiff. Okay, moving on to the music. The opening has a very strong, bass and instrumental support, making it sound very passionate, building up the background for the anime coming ahead. I don't know whether it's just me, but it felt quite awkward. Maybe it's because I've listened to a lot of Japanese anime openings. So hearing this kind of Chinese style opening just feels a bit awkward. But for the opening at least, the awkwardness in the music slowly disappears as you continue to watch this whole series. But I can't say that for the ending theme. Even after listening to it multiple times, I still can't get used to it. It just sounds really awkward to me. It might not be the same for you, but yeah, the ending theme song just wasn't my thing. But the OSTs were fantastic. Were done very well and effectively integrating with the whole plot and the action scenes. I think I've talked over 5 minutes now, so just to wrap things up, The King's Avatar has a lot of action scenes, but also equally a shitload of advertising. The art was refreshing, but the music could have been improved, especially the ending theme song. Although this anime might be a Chinese production, the overall product can make you crave for a season 2. But just a note before you watch it, I think most of us are accustomed to Japanese voices, and so the Chinese might take a bit of time to get used to. But I don't think you'll regret it if you do watch it. Anyways, I think I'll wrap up. And sorry for the extended long break for those who watch this. I'll try to keep this fortnightly, I guess. I'll try. Anyhow, I'll finish this year off with this review of The King's Avatar, and I'll have a fresh start by next year. See you then.